A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh viewers. Thank you very much for watching my videos. MashaAllah, there are around 14 videos on YouTube channel. Just type Nasr Rashid on YouTube channel and go into the Nasr Rashid channel and then click on the videos. Inshallah, all the videos will appear. MashaAllah, thank you very much for watching. There are around 3,000 views at the moment. MashaAllah, thank you very much. And inshallah, I will be posting the videos regularly, inshallah, with the current topics and what affects us our daily lives. I won't be speaking about stories and other issues, but it will be mainly to the facts and to the truth and to how Islam follows and affects us in our daily lives. Alhamdulillah, as we progress in life. So please keep watching the videos, inshallah, and if you like the videos, just pass it on to all your other Muslim brothers, subhanallah. Like I said to you, I'm an ordinary person, inshallah, and I'll give you my own personal experiences, how I have learned it over the years and how I follow it at the moment. So inshallah, today I'm back again with another topic that affects our lives in twice a year, inshallah. That is about the Eids. So inshallah, I told you that in my very first speech, videos about three videos about various sects, and I mentioned to you that there are various sects in Islam, 22 sects in Shia Islam. There are many in Brelvis, many in Deobandis, and many Ahladis. Ahladis have their own sects. A lot in Pakistan and here as well. They have their own groups, and Salfis and others have developed, and in America others, and even here in UK there are many groups. So inshallah, they will carry on with these groups because, like I said to you, they follow their desires and they don't follow. They follow the hadith which suits them, but really don't touch the other hadith, or probably they follow the half part of it and leave the other and hide it from the public. And inshallah, Allah will punish them. And if they were to be true Muslims, then inshallah they will not fall into sects. Now the topic that today is about two Eids. As you know, one group is celebrating the Eid on Sunday, and one is celebrating on Monday, Eid al-Adha, the big Eid, inshallah. So in the previous episode, I told you that there are various sects, and the Deobandis, the Tablighi Jamaat, Ahli Hadith, Salfi, and all the Wahhabi groups follow the Saudiya, and they follow blindly whichever day they say. They follow them as well in UK and as well in Pakistan and other countries as well. It's just that they follow them blindly. And the other groups, Brelvis, and there are many Brelvi groups. Like I said to you, some of the Brelvis go along with the Deobandis and Tablighi Jamaat and Hadith and Salfis, and they follow Saudi, and some of them don't. Some of them follow Pakistan. So one group is doing on Monday. So most groups are doing on Sunday, which follow the Saudi Arabia. So what it is, you need to know why there are two Eids, and a lot of younger Muslims and my children and other growing up Muslims and new Muslims probably they find there are two Eids, and a lot of these these Muslims who actually attend the mosques, I call them Friday Muslims or Ramazan Muslims or Eid Muslims, and they are the ones who champion the cause of one unity, and they only find unity on Eid days. And then you never hear them about any unity throughout the year, but come Eid, they will say, well, why can't we have unity? Why the Christians are doing that? You must remember that the Christianity and Judaism is different. Christians follow the sun calendar, or from the Gregorian solar calendar. And even their 25th of December, Jesus' birthday, Na'uz is not that. And even the other groups, there are many groups in Christianity. The Jews the Christians in Russia follow. They do the celebration of Christmas in January, and some others doing other groups do it in February. So there are many groups as well. And this is not my topic, so I'll come to another day. What you need to understand is that Muslims have two Eids, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. What happens, this is the current stage I'm talking about, one is doing on Sunday and one is doing on Monday. You need to understand that this is what happens is that the Jews are very clever and intelligent. This is some knowledge that most people probably don't know. And as you know, inshallah, I'm a science student. I follow these different Eids and other moon sightings and all that, inshallah, from a very young age. Alhamdulillah, when I'm in Pakistan, I sight the moon myself, and most of the time, the skies are clear and you can see the moon. And here, inshallah, here, alhamdulillah, I've sighted the moon many times. Here in 2018, inshallah, the Ramazan moon, I sighted myself with my children, mashallah. My little daughter was with me, and I sighted, inshallah. If you have the will and you have the pure heart, Allah will show you here. It is that people are arrogant, and they are like shaitan has got the better of them, and that's why they fall into this trap and divided into sects. So, like I was saying, the Jews actually follow the moon calendar, and they are the ones who are very knowledgeable, and the scientific knowledge they have, and they developed a formula which is according to the new moon. You must remember that the science is for all mankind. All mankind contribute to science. Muslims have contributed in the beginning, with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. These are Arabic numbers, alhamdulillah. Then Jabran, the mathematics were used. So Muslims have contributed, non-Muslims have contributed, atheists have contributed. So science is a knowledge for all mankind, and everybody contributes to it. So the Jewish have come out with a new formula, which is according to the new moon. So what happens is that I should demonstrate to you like this, is that imagine this is the earth, and that light, the camera is the sun, and this is the earth, and I'm the moon. So the moon takes around 28 days to revolve around the earth. Yes, 28 days, exactly 27 days, and I think 7 hours or 43 minutes, something like that. But they round it to 28 days because the exact time Allah knows, subhanallah. So the science cannot reach that. So what happens is that the moon takes 28 days to revolve around the earth. So when the moon is here behind the earth, it's called the new moon. So as you can't see me, so this is the new moon. This is the new moon. So as it goes around, then you see it as the crescent moon. This is when you actually see the crescent moon, the moon sighting. Ru'yat in Arabic is called. So this is what it means. So this is the new moon. So what has happened is when the Jews have come out with this formula, is when the new moon, it goes behind the earth, when you can't see him, is called new moon, right? So the new moon, if it appears according to the scientific knowledge, and you can calculate even for 20 years ahead or 20 years behind. So you can even calculate for 2040 now. Every year you can calculate it. So if you want to know further, so you can go on to Sheikh Google and type in moon calendar 2019. So what happens if the new moon, if I say, for example, have fallen on the 28 days behind the earth, then if it happens before 12 p.m., the next day will be first of the month, subhanallah. This is a scientific knowledge that the Jews have invented and have come out with it. This is different to what the old one was, according to the 45 degrees of the moon, and the moon when sets, at what time the sun sets, and what time the actually moon sets. This is old one, and Brelvis are always fighting, and even till this day they follow the 75 degrees or 45 degrees. This is old knowledge, I'm afraid. This is absolute now. The new knowledge is with the new moon. So as the new moon takes 28 days, when it's behind the earth, it's called the new moon. And if it appears before 12 p.m., the next day will be the first of the moon. This is the Jewish calendar that they have invented. Now the Saudis have taken up that as well, which is called Qura. So they've done it as the same. So if you look at this year, I was telling my friends, inshallah, I've spoken to my friends all the time, and this is why my friends have come up with this, that you only speak to a few people, or 10, 20, but it's best most people know on YouTube, inshallah. That's the reason I'm speaking. So what happens is that the Jewish follow that, and the Saudis have invented the Qura, and that is the same, which is if the new moon falls before 12 p.m., the next day will be the first of the month. Subhanallah. At the same time, they also see the moon as well. And if they see the moon and they got credible evidence, they overrule that. Subhanallah. That's what they do. So what happens is that this time it was cited, if you look at the calendar now and go on to Sheikh Google, and you will find that the new moon is on Thursday. I think it's sometimes before 12 p.m. And the next day it takes, because the earth takes 24 hours to rotate, you see. So same way, when it takes, if it needs to be 18 hours, 18 hours before, you actually can see the moon. So that's how they calculate it. And according to them, the next day will be the first day of the month, inshallah. And that's how they do it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a scientific knowledge, and we're applying it in medicines, in our heart surgeries, and other treatments. And why not to apply it here? It's nothing wrong with that. So this is very good, and Islam is a modern religion. It's a scientific knowledge. It backs science. So what happens? They use that, and they follow the Jewish, calendar of scientific knowledge. They developed this Qura, which is according to the new moon, not to the degrees or anything. So that's how they do it. So if it's done after 12 p.m., then the following day, not the next day, the following day will be the first of the month. Subhanallah. So that's how they do it. And because they have to cater for millions of Muslims on Hajj day, so they can't really wait and say, we're going to wait and see the moon, because this is, sometimes you can't see it, you see. So you can't see it, and that's why they calculate the days of the Hajj on that date. Inshallah, I told my friends beforehand, and to my local people who I know, that the Eid, Saudi's Eid will be Sunday, and always predicted, inshallah. I wrote it in my home, my wife, may Allah bless us all. We knew when will be the Eid, the Sunni, then one will be the Saudi's Eid. That's how we do it. We do two. So if it falls on a weekend, so we celebrate both. If it falls, the first one which is on the weekend, this one is Sunday now, so I'll be celebrating on Sunday, alhamdulillah. The reason being is that this is a scientific Eid, which is according to science. It may not be exact, it may be possible, alhamdulillah also. So it may be 100% accurate, sometimes it is not. So this Sunday one is a scientific Eid, whereas the Monday one, that actually people, the Pakistanis have seen the moon, and other countries have seen it. That is according to actually seeing it with your own eyes. So that's what the Prophet ﷺ said, that you need to see it yourself. If you don't see it, then 30. That's fine. That's not an issue. But this is a modern science, and which goes, nothing wrong with that as well, because it's possible that the moon can be sighted, and sometimes it can't be sighted. But the Saudis, you have to give them benefit of a doubt, and they do with the Hajj. Now, the people living in the UK should not follow Saudis, you see, and they always say that. But because these Maulvis, they have their riyals, they've given them money, they've given them houses, they've given them luxuries. So the ulamas, they sit there and promote their cause, and so they take the money. So when they take the money, the Deobandis and Al Hadith and all these scholars go free Hajj Umrah. So they have to follow them. If they don't follow it, then obviously they will stop their money. And they are arrogant, because shaitan, like I said to you, every human being has a shaitan jinn with him, except Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whereas in Sahih Muslim, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that every one of you has a jinn companion, jinn with him. And one of the companions took the courage and asked the Prophet ﷺ, "Oh Ya Rasulullah, have you got that as well?" And Allah's messenger Muhammad Mustafa ﷺ said, "Yes, but he is submitted," means that Allah has made him Muslim, subhanallah. So that is only exception with the Prophet Muhammad Mustafa ﷺ. No one else, no wali, no. That's why people go astray. Because I told you in one of the episodes that he sits in the Sadur, he's always watching. And as soon as he got the opportunity, he diverts them. That's what it is. So as soon as they have knowledge, they say, no, we're gonna, because the money will be this, and why are you following this? The Kaaba was our guidance, and Medina is our guidance, and it will stay till the end of time. But they've forgotten that, but before 30 years, there was no TV, no satellites, no mobile phones. How were they doing that? They were doing it just by, so that means that people who have died before today, and their Eid was not correct. And also, they also forget these these Maulvis and the Deobandi Maulvis. I see them speaking, and bragging about it. Is that you should remember that the Ottoman Empire was ruling before the Saudis came. So they were, Brelvis. And that means that people who followed, how would they know? There were no communications. So the people used to see the moon. Every city, every moon. Every country has different provinces, and they used to watch it. And that's how they did it, subhanAllah. There's nothing wrong with that. Even two Eids said to you is nothing wrong with that. There's authentic hadith in Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, that the Prophet in the Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, one of the companions went to Hazrat Muawiyah's time and the moon was sighted in Sham first, not in Saudi Arabia. So it's not a rule. So this you need to understand. So that's why the Saudis follow that, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we should actually, in UK, I told you that we should follow it according to here, and not the Saudis. And also these people, a lot of Muslims, new Muslims, old Muslims have this communication that if the Hajj is on this day, the next is Eid. Yes, the Hajj is for those people who are performing the Hajj, not for us. Okay, so if Pakistan, the Eid is on a Monday, so their 9th is on Sunday, which is the Eid day, but they will fast on 9th. This is what the Prophet ﷺ said, that you should fast on the 9th of Zil Hajj, Yawm Arafat. This is how you fast. That's how they will fast. So the Hajj is for the people there. Now the Saudis are also a bit arrogant, and because they are kings, they are Bani Umayyah kings, and they follow the same traditions, they chop their head off. If they were intelligent, if somebody given them advice, sir, if this is a modern age, everybody's got the mobile and there's live TV now. So if you can see and show the public there's the moon, they don't show it because they don't do it. They don't follow it. I was once in 2002 and also in 2003. I was in Ramzan Mubarak. One time I went to Ramzan Mubarak. I did the last Ashra there, and there was a long delay because the ulama said that the moon is not sighted, it's not, but it was a long delay. I think then the Supreme Court overruled, and we found very late that there was Eid the next day. It happens. It's all political as well because they have to cater other people as well. The oil refineries. It's true. There's nothing wrong with that. But if they were to genuinely, if they were sincere, they would say, okay, what we'll do is we'll see the moon. And they can't see the moon. So all the Hajj and Eid will be on Monday, alhamdulillah. But because they have made it and now they can't change it, alhamdulillah, and that's how they do it. Some of the Maulvis, ulamas there, they openly confront, but and then they get their heads chopped off. So we don't hear anything about them anymore. So that's how they do it, and it's nothing wrong with that. They follow the Jewish. They shouldn't follow the Jewish calendar. They should follow what our guidance, our Pir Murshid, Pir Kamal Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We should follow what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, not what the Jews have said. Yes, science is a knowledge, you follow it, but then this is what the Pakistanis are going to do now. The same what the Saudis are doing, and they're thinking. Someone was telling me, I read the newspaper, they're going to follow some sort of a calculation. Yes, you can do that, but you can also see sometimes the calculation will never work. Because Allah is, subhanAllah, is the controller of the universe. No man, no knowledge can reach that, subhanAllah. So that's how you do it. So if you can't find here, if we have a committee, then we can watch the moon, and inshallah Allah will give us guidance and watch it. I have myself an ordinary person, my a young child, mashallah, she was 7-8 years old, 9 years old, and she has seen the moon, subhanallah. She's only little, alhamdulillah. She's seen it with myself. She's the one, she said, oh, that moon was 29 days, very small, subhanallah. Allah can show you if you have the will. But if there are like clouds, then you do 30. There's nothing wrong with that. And even celebrating two Eids is not an issue. Please do not make an issue. Don't be concerned with the satanic thought that the unity will be. These are the mainly people who don't attend mosques. They only know the unities only on Eid days. They'll say, what about these people? No good. Oh, look at the Christians are doing. No, there is a sun calendar which is fixed. We follow the moon calendar, which can be 29 days and 30 days. And there's nothing wrong with celebrating two Eids, inshallah. So I'll be celebrating the Eid on Sunday because I've got a holiday. I'm working on Monday. So if I celebrate on Monday, then obviously, I have to be hard for me, and my children are home they are off from school. So it's very difficult. So inshallah, I'll be celebrating the Eid on Sunday. Inshallah, if I go to the local mosque and these Barelvis don't celebrate, and inshallah Allah gives me opportunity, then I will lead the prayers for Eid, alhamdulillah. It's not an issue because you don't have to be in the mosque. The Eid prayer has to be an open field, by the way. So if the mosques are locked, we can go outside in the park, Canal Park or Calthorpe Park. We can read there, alhamdulillah. It's not an issue. It's more rewarding to read the Eid in an open field, subhanallah. And a lot of groups have, devised this formula in small Eid Park and others, and they do it every time, which is very good, alhamdulillah. That's what the Prophet ﷺ used to do, that he used to pray the Eid prayers in open field, alhamdulillah. So that's not an issue. So you can celebrate on Sunday. Sunday is the correct scientific way. And those who are working in this country, because it's a foreign land, obviously we don't have holidays, 3-4 holidays like in Muslim countries. So those Barelvis should also do the Eid on Sunday. There's nothing wrong with that, because it's according to science, if that is the correct view. But with the science, those who wish to see absolutely a taqwa is great. My taqwa is not that level that I should follow it, because I'm very sure I have shortcomings other aspects. So therefore I will follow on Sunday. And Monday, those people who have got high grade and Barelvis and these, they can do it. I have no issues with that. We don't have no issues. You can celebrate on Monday or Sunday, because Sunday is a holiday, and that's easy for me. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said in authentic hadith that if you find two ways, take the easy way. So at this moment, alhamdulillah, the easy way is Sunday, alhamdulillah. So that's why I'm going to do Eid on Sunday and Monday as well. Make sure, by the way, Eid al-Azha is 3 days, because you have to do the Qurbani. And so it's 3 days. So Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, alhamdulillah. So that's not an issue. So you can follow it. So the moon that is sighted in Pakistan is correct. Pakistan is the only nation which is doing a good thing of forming the Ru'yat al Committee, which was actually formed by President Ziaul. And this is the only one which is correct. But there are sects there as well. The Deobandis who are in Peshawar, they go with the Saudis, and every time they have another Eid in Peshawar or in the northwest frontier province, they have their own Eid, because the chairman is a Barelvi Mufti. Monibur Rahman is a Barelvi. And if there was a chairman of Deobandi, then the Barelvis will not follow it, because the Mufti will go to Mufti of Deobandi. If he is made a chairman, he will follow the Saudis. So this is a sectarian issue, and people should reject them all. They should reject them, and actually should listen to the subscribe to my channel. Inshallah, I'll give you the truth which day to celebrate the Eid, inshallah. And I'll tell you when will be the first of Ramadan, and when will be the, inshallah, I'll watch the moon, and I'll show you with my video, inshallah, and I'll upload it, and you can see it, alhamdulillah. I've been always been doing that, all these 3 years. This 27 night day, they got it wrong. All of you got it wrong, alhamdulillah. That's what you get. It's not because they get it wrong. How can there be 27? There could be 26, could be 25th. So that's why you need to do 10 days. So I always do 10 days. So 27 nights is not the night, I'm afraid. And the people go to sleep, might not be the one, because they get it wrong here. They don't know themselves, and the shaitan has got better of them, and they have gone into bid'ahs, and others have become arrogant. So that's why there's no union. The union is not right, and Allah will not guide them at all. They are Fazik and Fajirs, and they are destroying the Muslim nation. That's why I told you these Maulvis are going to hell. And there are many hadiths, and the Quran is full of these ulamas of Jews. And we have become like the Jews, because we're following the Jews in every aspect. So we're following their science and their moon calendar. So we are following Jews everywhere. And it's nothing wrong, because like I say, Saudis have their own country, so it's nothing wrong. And also during that time, if there was Deobandis and Hadiths have this that we should follow Saudis, but before in Ottoman Empire they were Barelvis and Sufis in charge. Would they follow it then, the Saudis? And Saudis at that time, 240 years ago, they were 4 Musallas, Fiqh Hanafis, Malikis, Shafis and Hanbalis. Then who would they follow? So those people who have died, where did they get the Eid from? Because they had no knowledge, and they used to see. And this is the Allah's calendar, which is up in the skies. You see the moon, the new moon, the 7 days, the 14 days, the 21 days, and 28 days. So it takes 28 days to revolve around the earth. So that's how this is a scientific knowledge. The degrees and all these are outdated. This is just an outdated and calculations, and people, elderlies, and they still talk about it. So I don't mind. I don't say anything. If there's one Eid, I do it which one is the correct, and even sometimes I do both. So inshallah, there's not an issue. Whichever local mosque is complete is with you, then inshallah you should celebrate the Eid, and that should be enough inshallah. It should be good for one, because some families do it the other day and some families do it beforehand, so it's not good. But this is what Maulvis are for the 14th century, and they are corrupt. So that's why I say to you, and keep away from them and follow the Quran and the correct Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I hope this clears it. And if there's any more to add or if something I missed, may Allah forgive us. And I hope you have a nice Eid and celebrate a Sunday and Monday. And that's how they follow the new moon in Saudi Arabia, and that's how the Brahmanis do it. And they have their own formulas, and obviously they follow Pakistan or Morocco, which is the nearest city. So at this time and this age, Saudi is the